Hi, Mr. Black Coffee. How are you today?
There you go. I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining us, Namhlanje. Yes. So, Mr. Black Coffee, before we talk about your album, look, your life is actually really a movie, more than a movie, in fact. I mean, you're just a guy from KZN, just like any one of us. The difference is you got up and you did it. You're not only rubbing shoulders with the best in the world, but you literally are one of the best in the world. So,
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
no,
That's a beautiful compliment.
Siyabonga, Mr. Coffee. I'd just like to know a bit of a personal question. Uguti, at what point in your career or life did you make the conscious decision to become the best in the world?
I think it's so cool. When I was young, I've always had like a yearning, or like a dream to like want to be, what I've become. As Ghana, music, I've always like imagined myself, doing what I'm doing. Obviously not on this level, because I think growing up, it's one thing to want something, but, without asking for wisdom,
Yes.
you can't take it further, So I think growing up and, making the right decisions about my career has helped me to keep growing, and keep navigating, the music industry the way I have been doing.
Yes. So it's a decision that's always been there, kahle, since the beginning.
It's since I was young, like I've always wanted to do what I do. Yeah, that's why I've never done anything else. This is all I've done. It's just music.
Eish, when you mix vision and passion, it becomes ghosty.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Siyabonga, Mr. Coffee. So you have your album out now. It is titled Subconsciously. You call your sound home brewed with a future focus. Kule album lena. You've got some SA greats. You've got some greats from abroad. It's almost as if you're introducing our artists this side to the global artists and vice versa. So I'd just like to know, what is so special about this album in your own words? What makes it better than all your other albums that you've released so far?
It's just a diversity in music, like the kind of like audience that I'm trying to reach. As one grows, the numbers grow, like not just locally, but even outside. You kind of like want to offer people the best of you, and in the past, I've always been like one who's concentrated more on just producing house music, which eventually became limiting for someone who has so much passion for music as myself,
Yes.
So I wanted to like just be myself and start producing music I love, like music I listen to, music I'm inspired by. I grew up listening to Stimela, listening to the album, Donny Hathaway, Breakfast, Bosom Chongo later in life, all these people are not doing house music, but these are songs that are still on my top 10 most greatest songs, and I want my music to be in that space as I go as well,
Yes.
and without being limited by genre, that, oh, no. Music wasemaklabhini kuphela, no. So I'm at that space where with this album I was confident enough to want to do all the kinds of music that I love.
Yes. And also, I'm just very intrigued by the name of your album, Subconsciously. How did you get that name?
It came from the single that we dropped called Subconsciously with Sabrina, Claudio, and because I just felt like that single resonated with the black coffee sound that people know.
Yes.
It sounded like what I usually do. Like it sounded like Superman. In that space where it's like vocals, piano in the background, some violins, some strings, and I just felt like this song is representing it like a 2020 version of Black Coffee, you know, and hence we started to title the album, you know, with that single.
So I was starting to think ukuthi there's something to do with like the mind tricks ukuthi le album izokushaya ingqondo usangane, but your answer's better. So in closing, Mr. Coffee, I'm Falling. We have to talk about that song. It is a jam and a half. You feature Urai X. I'd just like to know, I'm aware that he is an Australian-born singer who's now in the States. How did you guys link? Did you link up in Australia or did you link up in the States? And what about his vibe made you say, you know what, I need to work with this guy?
With Rai, actually. Rai, it has been an online operation.
Oh.
You know, we haven't met. I've been a fan for a while, you know. He belongs to a band called Harding. I love their stuff, you know, and it was one of my dreams to work with artists like himself. And he's also a music producer. So we reached out to his management. I sent him a beat. We started talking. We did like even a couple of like video calls, you know, working on the song. And we never had to try. You know, I'm one of like his biggest fans, like in songwriting and singing, in production. You know, so we worked on the song remotely. We're not in studio together. Yeah.
Wow, that actually makes it even more hectic. So, yeah, he got what you were trying to do with the song, having not even been there with you.
Yeah,
that's actually another level.
Yeah, so we worked back and forth, and he sent it. Then I add stuff, I take away stuff, and you know, we even like had a little bit of disagreement on the drum, on how like he wanted the drum to be and how I want the drum to be, you know, and it almost actually became a serious thing because he was hearing it different than I was, you know, and because this is my album, I had to kind of like insist that no, actually, this is how, you know, I prefer it to be, and then we agreed to release the song.
Oh man, I mean, Goto, that's a great thing in my opinion. When people disagree, it means they both care about the project.
No, of course. I mean, that's why I'm mentioning it, you know, like just to show that it's not always like so rosy and, you know, even as musicians, then we disagree, you know, and because we want the final product to be amazing, you know, we're loyal to the sound, you know, we want to make music out more than anything, you know.
Mr. Black Coffee, thank you so much for this Katsako. I have so many questions, but that's all we have time for. We will be out supporting you as always. You always representing us like South Africa. You introduce us to global markets. Mr. Black Coffee, people like you come once in a lifetime.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate the support, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Black Coffee.
Yes, brother. Thank you.